Yo, what's good? It is King Steph, and I'm here today to talk about cursed spirits in Jujutsu Kaisen. Honestly, one of my favorite monsters in a series of fiction, just because of, honestly, if these things were real and the way they're manifested, it'd be kind of crazy and scary, especially for this time of the season. It's Halloween season, so I was kind of in the mood. So let's go ahead and just get right into this. Curses have been in the world of JJK for centuries and have ranged from minor threats to nation-level calamities. For those that don't remember, cursed spirits are created from the cursed energy that leaks from non-sorcerers, aka regular humans, and manifesting the curses is very simple. And places that breed negative memories or emotions are typically hot spots for cursed spirits, like schools, hospitals, jails, you get the picture. And there are classifications of cursed spirits. You got disaster spirits like Hanami and the cursed family, and smallpox deity is also thrown into that category too. They're created from being cursed or feared by humanity numerous times, and since so many people fear these concepts, they are incredibly powerful. All of them, by the way, are special grade level. First off, we got vengeful cursed spirits, which honestly would be the craziest if they were real, because vengeful cursed spirits are manifested when a person is cursed after death. Example of this is Rika, because when Rika was killed, Yuta accidentally cursed her as a child because he didn't want her to die. They loved each other and whatnot, so Rika then became a cursed spirit because of that. Sorcerers also become vengeful cursed spirits, as we learned in the beginning of the Goodwill arc, because if you kill a sorcerer, you have to use cursed energy to kill them, or they can come back as cursed spirits. Prime example is Naoya, as he came back way stronger than he originally was, and was kind of a problem for Maki and the crew. Last is cursed wounds. These I can see being a little bit confusing to people, so I'll make it a little bit easier to understand. Early on, cursed wounds were first described as a cursed spirit that evolves over time. They have the nesting egg, then they have the cursed spirit body that manifests kind of like how Dagon is in his first state. Then officially they get their cursed wound body and full power. And actually when they get to this final form, they are special grade. The dangerous part about them is they can improve even after their final form. The evolving process is very simple yet kind of dark. They need to experience or suffer something traumatic to them in their life. For Naoya, it was severe injuries during the fight with Maki and Daido, also his whole Toji and Maki obsession. And for Dagon, it was mainly the rage and past hatred he had for humans and how he was treated by them that led to his evolution. Also to add on, death wound paintings, they don't have a specific way of how they're all manifested, but basically, since they're very specific to the Norikotoshi family, basically they're half cursed, half humans because of the mother who was able to somehow give birth to cursed spirits, and that's how they work. And there's a bunch of embryos that are still laying around somewhere that if you get a human and pretty much perform a ritual and sacrifice that human by having them ingest the cursed womb, then you get what Choso Esu and Ketchizu is. And of course you got like Shikigami, which those are pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know what Shikigami is and you're an anime fan, basically just cursed monsters that they can use and tame. So those don't require that much, explanation. But let's go ahead and get to the fun stuff since I already finished the explanation. And that is honestly just getting into some of my favorite curses and why I like them in the series so much. Obviously, one of my favorites and probably my favorite is Mahito. I love everything about him. The fact that he's manifested through human hatred already kind of set up an evolution thing that Gege could do in making him stronger and making him kind of learn about human emotions and using them against people like Yuji. I thought that notion already made Mahito a really interesting main villain. It kind of led to how he was going to push Yuji into what he's become now. And basically everything Mahito has done has led to the Yuji that we have now, who's kind of, I guess he's kind of in a state where he doesn't really know what he wants to be at the end of the day, because he just classifies himself as a cog. And just like Mahito said, you kill curses like I kill people. We don't even think about it. It's just second nature. That's kind of what Yuji's become in the current story right now. Plus, I love his patchwork and kind of Frankenstein design, because it makes it look like Mahito was stitched together. You can kind of put it in like a metaphorical way that he was stitched together by humans, and now he's going to use the power that was pretty much given to him by us from our negative emotions and using it against us. I have two more and I'm going to put them together because it kind of are the same reason I like them. Also, don't forget, man, comment your favorite cursed spirit. It could be through design, it could be through their ideology, or more so like what they're based on. It could be anything. Just post that in the comment section. I'll be interested to see. But my next two are Dagon and Kudorushi, and I like them for the similar reason of They bring that scary nature not only in their design, but basically how they come at you. Because when you see Dagon first turn into his cursed womb form, it is very off guard in how he looks, because he goes from this small little like octopus looking thing, and then he turns into literally just Cthulhu who's jacked with arms and legs that are twice the size of an average human, and he's incredibly quick. He's even got these little wings. His domain expansion is really cool. I like everything about Dagon. It really fits, like his design, even him being Cthulhu, because in certain craft love or Lovecraft, I forget how it is, there's like a good Cthulhu and there's like a bad one. So the fact that he's kind of like this cursed spirit who's going through, oh, you don't know our names and humans, and he's kind of got this soft heart to him in a sense, it really fits. And then the other one, the reason I like Kurorushi is literally because if Kurorushi was real and he was put on this earth, he would be the scariest thing known to man, because people are already afraid of bugs and like big creatures like that. Like the fact that he has all those arms that he can manifest, and then he's got a bunch of eyes, he doesn't even really talk normal, and then the fact that he's like really big and tall, and one of his scariest abilities is one of the more like frightening techniques in the entire series is when he throws his little cockroach beetles or whatever that was on Yuta, and they start to come out of Yuta's neck and shoulder area, and they make those screechy noises. That is one of the last things I want happening to me. So I always thought the grading scale for cursed spirits is really cool, especially how like he describes it in such a badass way with Ichiji. You got a grade 4, which you can do pretty good work with a wooden bat. Grade 3 is a pistol. Grade 2, shotgun, but you're cutting it close. Grade 1, you might need a tank if you want to actually do some damage. And then you got special grade, which is carpeting explosives, such as cluster bombs might actually work. Like that already let us know that, oh, these curses are about to get ridiculous. Which, I mean, they do, because the King of Curses himself is, I mean, he could wipe out an entire nation if he wanted to. But that also was really cool how curses are used anyways, even with this scale, because I like that the cursed spirits actually matter. Like if you're surrounded by a bunch of cursed spirits and you're like a grade 1, if there's like a bunch of grade 2s, you're pretty much screwed. Like they actually serve their purpose as threats. And even like the little thing in volume 0 of the movie when Geto summoned those little fly suckers and they came and just they sucked this dude's face off, and his face just exploded. Even those little things towards a non-sorcerer can kill you. So it's like these curses, even though like a grade 4 is weak, you throw it on a regular human and that thing is gonna wipe a lot of people out. So I like the curses always kept that threat, and if you're a special grade sorcerer, you're gonna fight a special grade curse level, and they're gonna probably give you some problems. So Gege was always really consistent in not making his cursed spirits or his monsters per se ever be treated like fodder, and if anything, they were a building stage for our sorcerers. Like look at how far they came, especially with like the finger bearers, because the first finger bearer that we faced, Megami and Yuji stood no chance. The next time we faced one, Megami was able to take it out with its domain and its divine dog without Yuji or anybody needing to sacrifice themselves. Well, that was my video on cursed spirits in Jujutsu Kaisen. Let me know in the comment section down below if you enjoy content like this. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Peace.